Every great creative work stands on the shoulders of giants. Welcome to RetroInspection, where we examine and find out where the things we love today came from.
You know, this idea of uplifting, it came from the Greek gods and probably the gods before the Greek gods.
Sure. I mean, if you really want to, if you want
Prometheus,
to be
please.
Exactly. I was going to say, if you want to be reductive about this, it all goes back to the Prometheus myth. But shit, man. I mean, the Prometheus myth goes back to the Tree of Knowledge.
Oh, I don't know which one predate. I mean, who knows? I mean, I think.
Well, you're right.
I mean, look at Enkidu. Wasn't Enkidu uplifted by the gods?
Yeah, oh boy, it's been a million years since I read any of that. I feel like, God, okay, man, somebody correct me in the comments if I'm messing this up, because I may very well be doing so. I feel like Enkidu gets created because Gilgamesh needs a friend. Or Gilgamesh needs somebody. He needs somebody to pal around with.
But wasn't he an ape?
He was
an ape that was uplifted.
He was the hairy wild man of the forest, I believe, is the phrase that was used. So yeah, ape, sure, why not? Primate, okay. But then Gilgamesh is also one of those gods that likes to, he's like the Norse gods. His idea of a good time is a ceaseless fight, and that's why him and Enkidu like wrestle for centuries, and it's always fighting to a draw. So, and that's how they become pals. Is once they realize that neither one of them can kick the other's ass conclusively, then they just kind of have to like shake hands and take a step back, and then go have adventures and shit.
Well, let me ask you this as we close out this discussion. Did you like this book?
Yeah, it was a fight, man. That's what I said earlier, and I really can't. And I got like the 99-cent collection of all of them, because there's six of these novels in the series. So I got the cheapo public domain collection of these, and I can't see reading a lot more of it.
Did you actually go and find that anime?
No, not yet. No, I just didn't have time last night.
Listen. You should, because
I put a link to that.
There's nothing like the way anime can reduce. This story and this idea of this story fits in anime just perfectly. There's something just so odd and so disturbing about the way anime characters talk and interact anyways, that it just fits right in with this. So you can find the Lensman on YouTube. It's from 1984.
Yeah.
And it has some CGI graphics to it. It's probably innovative for its time, just after Tron and what have you. So that in itself is interesting. It follows a Lensman that's farther down the path from these, the ones we're currently speaking about. But it is interesting enough for you to watch, and it talks about Thionite and the Boscone Empire and fighting them and all this stuff. But it's trippy. There's some trippiness in it. So if you get a chance, watch it, and our members watch it. But if I were to recommend this to people, and I would be curious to see how people actually find it, if they start with Triplanetary and then read further, does that actually help the enjoyment? So I would say don't start with Lensman like we did. That was probably a mistake. Go instead start with triplanetary and see how it progresses from there. Because I think we really gotta. If there was philosophy, which I can't really find in this, because civilization, the idea of civilization is not philosophy, is not an underlying motivation. I don't even understand what that is. Perhaps you get it in triplanetary, which is lacking here in Lensman.
Like, subscribe, repost, share everywhere. To see what else we're up to, visit xynobooks.com, xenobooks.com.